Alright, I was gonna make a grand entrance, but I don't think that was gonna work too well, so, yeah. Cheaply made, just what we love. Oh, man. It's good to be back on the live stream, man. Really is. By the way, this is the first live stream that we got where I now have 6,000 subs, so thank you guys for that. Sorry if it's a little bit more later. You know, work's been pretty busy and I had to get everything laid out because, you know me, I like a specific layout when it comes to NASCAR Authentics. As didn't even realize I'm 28 and I'm already like experiencing some sort of voice crack, and so I don't know. Maybe I'm just excited because heck, we are ready to talk about some NASCAR Authentics news. And judging by the look of this photo, so it kind of looks like I spoiled it a little bit right there. Here, maybe I can move my little sumbitch out of the way. Now you see me, now you don't. Now you see me, now you don't. But anyways, we're having too much fun right now. But yeah, first of all, if you guys are new to this channel, hopefully you guys are going to stick around. I know we got some other people who are live streaming around in the YouTube area. So, but heck, really cool that we have a NASCAR Authentics wave released for Wednesday. So, I don't know if you guys are feeling kind of blue and be like, hey man, we should probably get a new NASCAR Authentics wave. Well, people at Lionel said, hey, let's go ahead and let's show them. And all I can say is that, yeah, our good friends at Lionel Racing, man, they, yeah, I mean, Wave 2, all I'm going to say is, as we're going to play this right here, by the way, actually, hold on. Before we get carried on, I actually want to see, all right, hopefully the mic. So to sound a little more better, my dumbass forgot to unplug it, so I don't know. Really got to start laying off of that 3G, man, God. But what's up, everybody? This is OBB, the diecast news guy, and today we're going to be doing another NASCAR Authentics, well, not really a diecast review, but a wave review of NASCAR Authentics 2024 Wave 2. You guys have already probably seen the video that Eric Eastep uploaded, and, you know, let's just say this video's been kind of controversial, but, really want to hear your guys' thoughts and comments down below, as we want to make sure, let's see if we try to get a like goal in here. Let's see, it's the 1st of May, so I don't know, I'll probably be happy with 4 probably, because, you know, the May the 4th be with us is coming up pretty soon. Sorry, big Star Wars nerd out of the way, but trying to see what you guys are saying down below, rock and rolling. But Wave 2, Dos, Numero 2, whatever you want to call it, yay, we're learning Spanish for the OBB now, so don't need to stop. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of familiar faces in this chat, some new right here, so appreciate you guys for coming in on here. We're going to probably be here for a good hour or so talking about NASCAR Authentics, and I do get sidetracked pretty easily, so if you guys probably have a hard time focusing on what I'm trying to understand, I do apologize for that, but that's just, you guys seem to like this stuff, so I do appreciate it. But here we guys go, Wave 2 of NASCAR Authentics 2024. Well, guess what, guys? It is... As we got, I don't know, a DJ in the background. You probably heard that right there. I live in Orlando, so I don't know. Someone was having like a DJ in their car. But it's a 40th anniversary set, and I can already see that. Well, here, let's put Brian in the middle. There we go. I own all this. But no, this is practically Wave 2. So I can pretty much end the stream right now and tell you that, yeah, this is basically Wave 2. So good night, everybody. But I'm not going to do that. You know me. I like to have my honest thoughts and opinions about NASCAR Authentics because I'm a big fan of NASCAR Authentics. I mean, yeah, I have been critical, but heck, you know I gotta talk about this, whether I'm gonna love it or hate it, and I'll probably give you guys the answer right there, but, I mean, who else can come up with this than our good friends at Lionel Racing? Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed that nice little thing. That was a shout out to, you know, someone from my Discord server actually made that video, so I thought I'd give him a little shout out and make that video because, heck, I just saw it the other day and I thought that was pretty hilarious, so probably decided to go on here, but you're probably thinking, oh boy, he's got this video out, so it's going to be a rant review. Well, I'm going to be, let's just say, very critical. So maybe we'll see how things will go in this wave. But I'm going to go in chronologically order right now. But for anybody who does not know, this wave is pretty much exactly like what they did with Wave 7 of NASCAR Authentics 2023, which, by the way, if you guys are new to this channel, I'd probably encourage you guys checking out that countdown video, and I appreciate you guys' honest thoughts and opinions on that video, as it seems like it had a pretty good, ratio of views, so thank you guys for that. I really do like making those types of videos, but, yeah, as we're trying to see what's going on right here, 14 people that are watching, so yay, Chase Briscoe, 4 likes, so you guys know what to do. Let's get the ratio going. Let's get the chat rocking and rolling, man, as I don't really think I should be saying that for someone who's 28, but I'm just excited about NASCAR Authentics, man. But here we go. We're going to go through, not in numerical order, but we're going to go through exactly, since this has to do with Hendrick Motorsports. I thought, hey, let's go down where, the first one that started it all. And you're probably guessing what that is right here, so let's see what happens right here in this Wave 2 review, as we probably don't want to go through that again, as much as I do like doing the loopy-loosey on Lionel, but let's see right here. We're going to skip right through. Blurry decals. Don't want to see that shit. So here we guys go. The first car up in this 40th anniversary set for Hendrick Motorsports. It is Jeff Bodine's number 5 All-Star Racing car. And what's pretty cool about this car, because this is the one that started it all for Mr. H at Martinsville. But I believe somewhere in the 1980s. I think 84, if I'm not mistaken. But, dude, let me tell you what, man. This, judging by just the first looks of it, looks pretty cool. This is an iconic paint scheme that we have seen probably so many different variations, especially for all your hardcore Hendrick fans out there. I'm sure you're going to love this wave, but this is the one that started it all. And you guys know me. I mean, as much as I love these presentations, we got to go through the closer look, because I think the number one question a lot of people are asking is that, does this wave have blurry decals? And luckily, our good buddy, first of all, one of my good friends, and, well, yeah, pretty good acquaintances on YouTube, Eric Estep, everyone knows who he is. He was actually able to review these cars and give us a nice little closer look, so really do appreciate that from good old Eric Estep. But, yeah, dude, we're going to go ahead and try to see no, we don't want the sun drop. Actually, I'm testing something out right now, guys. I'm using, I got like one of those Galaxy S Pens, so I'm trying to use it to see if it's a little more, I don't know, efficient than my finger, but so far, probably not the best case. But whatever, though, this is not a professional video in any way, shape, or form. I could sell out and say good stuff about Lionel, but I'm not. But as you can see, already getting sidetracked, but here we guys are right here. Let me know if the camera's actually too big as well. I feel like I am actually about to pop out of the screen and just grab those Lionel Racing diecast. Yeah, they made a COT version of this car as well, man, but judging by the looks of it, I mean, it looks like a pretty complete scheme, except for one thing. Remember I said that Wave 7 of NASCAR Authentics, the 75th anniversary set, we had something like this? Well, keep this car in mind, this one right here, because we're going to get back to that. Yeah, there's no decals on it. There are no decals, and, Lionel's, let's just say Lionel's explanation on this was, it's pretty understandable, but let me just say one thing. Last time I checked, the sponsors are on this car are all Rick Hendrick. They're all Rick Hendrick, man. All-Star Racing, you can't tell me Rick Hendrick, they can't get the license for that. And I'm not the biggest fan of that 40th anniversary logo on the hood, all right? I guess I'm doing a rant, because I already get the rant mood on, but, this wave already, I get what they're trying to do, okay, because if you want to get the whole pack of this, it's not $88 like the Wave 7 car. It's $110. $110 for cars that have the accurate paint schemes, but there's no logos. And you think you're paying $11 for each car because, heck, I can do math. 11 times 10, 110. Yay, we know math now. I think the Gold Series, a lot of people are going to be like, all right, then this would be a better budget-friendly version to get. Yes, I agree. I think that this car right here I'm showing you guys, if you really love this Jeff Bodine paint scheme, go out and get it. But the level of execution on this absolutely sucks. I mean, if you guys didn't even know as well, the Wave 7 cars actually had, sure, they couldn't get the licensing on it, but they had the little contingency sponsors all over here. I don't see anything here. It's pretty much like a test car. They have the paint scheme, they have the number, and they slapped the 40th anniversary logo on the front and the decklet. Called it a day. Pretty lazy in my opinion. But the point I was trying to make about the Gold Series diecast, the $110 version, $11 for a 1/64 scale diecast. Well, meanwhile, this one's $5. I don't have to bitch about this.
But $11 for a diecast that doesn't have any sponsors on it. Like, what are we paying for, guys? Like, I feel like the Gold Series is a ripoff. But it is going to get made. I highly doubt it's going to be canceled. But I know I'm kind of going off topic on that, but I'm probably going to keep repeating myself on this as, I don't know, I already need a Celsius breaker ready for that shit, dude. So, again, I apologize. Everything's all over the place, but I have a lot of thoughts on this. Whether it's a good or bad, but it's looking bad so far. But to give you guys, you know, there's something I like to do on these live streams, and that's the comparisons. So, I know this is probably going to be weird because usually we only do the comparisons when it comes to the PTC/J mold. I'm happy to say that so far, I'm not seeing any blurry decals, so that's awesome. And look at that. When you wish upon a star, I wonder who you are. Well, we'll see that. But we also got Jeff Bodine's name right there, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that's about it. But now let's do the side-by-side comparison, just show you guys what kind of details we are missing on these things. And luckily, Lionel Racing looks like they have made a version of this car before, the accurate version with the body. So I'm a little disappointed that this does not have like the chrome rims, but then again, we usually don't get chrome rims on the 164, but we do got colored rims, which is really nice. All right, let's go back right there. All right, bring him back. Live streams, man, you gotta love it. And we're gonna shrink this SOB down just a little bit. Well, actually, no, we are. Let's see. Okay, well, okay. We tried doing the pen, ain't gonna work, so we're just gonna go back to what we usually do with the hands, because I look like, I don't know, like a lost Harry Potter wizard trying to like go through this thing. Like, is it working now? But that's me with you know, trying to change things up here on these live streams. But here was the side-by-side comparison of the Jeff Bodine car, and I mean, of course, comparing a 164 scale diecast to 124, you're like, what is this guy doing? Is he nuts? Speaking of being nuts, 20 people are liking this, and we only got, well, okay, isn't that ironic? 5 people have liked this, and we're on a 5 car. Yeah, if I remember correctly, NASCAR dude, Casey Kane actually ran a throwback of this car. I think even he ran like another version of this car, I think in 2017 with the I think it's like yellow and brown if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that one's really cool. But this one's the one that started it all when at Martinsville from the early 80s. So gotta love it. Like I said, I think it was like somewhere in 84 if I'm not mistaken. Your boy wasn't even born yet, but going to here, no blurry decals. But then you get to here, I mean, of course, we have the contingencies, but that's the thing that annoys me, man. You can't tell me they can't put like a Rick Hendrick Motorsports logo on there or something, because that's technically the name. All-Star Racing, that logo that you see right there, that is technically Rick Hendrick. So just, this is a problem that we've had with the Lionel Racing diecast for quite a while. They will make certain cars and they'll say they can't get the licensing for them. But you got to put some logic into it as well. This is one of them. All-Star Racing is owned by Hendrick Motorsports. They probably still have that name. They can probably use it, but Lionel just, I don't know. Cost production? Because this thing is $5, but then that kind of contradicts of what you're paying $11 per car in that big multi-set. You know what I mean, guys? Like, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this. Like, it's a cool car, but just having no logos on the car is... It almost looks like, I mean, yeah, these are fantasy cars, but just, they almost look like overly glorified test cars, all right? And shit, dude, the test cars that we had from like last year, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 years ago, from 2022, yeah, look at me, it's already been 3 years now with the next gen. We had a test car wave, and they had actually logos on here. Here, there's nothing. I don't know. They could have done something a little bit better, but it is a nice way to start off for all the new fans out there that like NASCAR, and, you know, if they really enjoyed all the Hendrick Motorsports hype that happened at Martinsville, God, like, I didn't even watch the broadcast, guys, but, like, how much of the race did they actually showed, that Fox showed about, like, the Hendrick Motorsports 40th anniversary? Because I heard it was pretty annoying on Twitter, because I don't really watch the full races anymore, because I'm just so sick and tired of those commercials, but, the car looks naked. Yeah, it does. It does look naked, dude. It's like, how can Lionel have a straight face and be like, yep, people are going to like that? But it's $5. I can't complain. I'm glad they separated it, but just back to what I said about Wave 7. I know I keep saying this many times, and we're still on the first car, by the way, so this is going to be quite a video. I just wish they just executed better, all right? It's like, I don't know, man. It is what it is. But a lot of people are freaking out over this wave. But I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm missing that I'm not seeing yet. probably I will catch on soon. I mean, I'm not that slow, but next up, we got to talk about the coffee guy. We got good old Mr. Tim Richmond in his 1986 Folgers Chevrolet Camaro. I know that's going to trigger some people, but all these cars are on Chevrolet Camaros because they couldn't get the Buick or Chevrolet mold on these things. I mean, that would look pretty odd. Could you imagine like those classic cars, like the decals on the next gen? That'd be really weird. It would look like something you see at a Dollar Tree. But this one, oh man, I love Tim Richmond. That Folger scheme is so iconic. But getting on to the fine details of this thing, man. Oh god, I'm really scared. Yeah. I don't know about this, guys. I really don't. Like, it's just a red car with it's just a red car with the gold accents. That's all it is. There's not even gold rims or like anything that'll make this thing stand out. Like, at least with Wave 7, guys, we had like different color splitters. Here, this is so basic and so boring. And I hate to say that because Tim Richmond, I mean, man, this guy could have had a legendary career, man. I mean, this guy, 7 wins in the 1986 season, dude. I mean, practically made this car famous. Then eventually Ken Schrader went on to run this car and got his first win, which we'll be getting to very shortly. But yeah, this one, dude, okay. The Jet Bodine one, I like it because it has the actual paint scheme. But the problem I have with this is that this is the actual Folger scheme, but there's just nothing here that just catches my eye. It's like, okay, is this really worth putting in this wave? Like, I don't know, man. Unless you're a really big Tim Richmond fan, but dude, we've had so many better options with the Tim Richmond car. And just to show you guys how blank this car looks, I'm going to show you guys another side-by-side comparison, which, again, I know this is like comparing freaking bananas to pickles, dude, all right? Or apples to oranges. Weird comparison, I know, but the Folger scheme, it's practically, the Folger scheme has a lot of sponsors. It has a lot of sponsors, and when you take that away, what do you have? Like, what exactly do you have? Like, like, they could have done something, dude. Like, I don't care. Like, all these cars probably should have had HenrikCars.com on it, and they could have changed the font to make it look like what the actual car was. Just like Kyle Larson's 2024 throwback, which I'm going to be praising that thing when we get later into this because that has showed up here. I don't know, man. But anyways, I'm getting too caught off guard. I want to see what you guys say down below on this because this, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. Well, actually, let me just zoom that in right there for you guys. No, DW, get out of here. Get out of here, DW. We didn't want you in your loose wheel yet. Oh, God, he's back. Don't worry. I'm going to review you soon, DW. You hold your damn horses. But there's the Tim Richmond car if you guys want to see that right there. And again, let's just look at that beauty that we got. Pretty iconic. Really cool. It's lazy. Yeah, I agree, Brian Griffin. It's lazy. These will make good bodies for the people who make customs. Absolutely. You know, as you guys know me, I'm not a custom maker, but my good buddies, Diecast Buffet and LW3, Little Wrangler, those guys, you know, are probably the go-to guys to get customs. I don't know. If I end up getting bored, maybe I'll do something like that. I've said it with the 8-pack set last year, and I said it with the 10-pack. They should have put the driver's name in the place. Yes, that is exactly what I was trying to say. Because they used to do that with the youth version cars, like the some of the Budweiser cars from Kevin Harvick and Casey Kane. They had like actual Casey Kane's name. And me, growing up as a Dale Jr. fan, I had all the Budweiser cars, man. Speaking of which, we're already past number 8 now on the likes, but 24 people are watching, which really surprised that we got that number. So we're one away for Tim Richmond. One away. But anybody who's probably joining is like, what the hell am I doing showcasing this Folger scheme? Because this is what I wanted to see in NASCAR Authentics. And what did we got instead? We got this. All right. Like, if you're going to offer something, all right, it's like, I understand it's a 40th anniversary. I mean, that's another thing. People are going to get annoyed that Hendrick Motorsports is literally like everywhere. They can't stop talking about it. I mean, I know it's annoying. I mean, trust me, it is. It does get annoying sometimes because I do like to talk about other teams, but I mean, this is the most accomplished team in NASCAR, and we're going through all the great memories that we had. While this car didn't win any championships, man, 7 wins from Tim Richmond has got to be something else, man. But I want to see you guys saying down below. Oh, we got Not Matty D. All right, we got a lot of people who I recognize. I got to get back on the Discord server, actually. Maybe I could make a return on those. I don't know. Maybe I'll see Sunday if I could probably do the watch parties again, because I actually do like that. It might be good, maybe a good reason to actually stop watching the highlights and actually watch a race for once. So there is a car in this wave that has a sponsor that is banned from the law, being tobacco. Yeah, I will be getting into that in a second, guys. I'm going through, actually, since if you guys like NASCAR history, I'm going through like chronologically in order. So we already went with Jeff Bodine. That's the first one. Tim Richmond. And now I believe we should probably get on to good old DW, Darrell Waltrip. And this is one I have a problem because, yeah, you know me, there are certain things from NASCAR Authentics that do annoy me. Diecast quality, sure. The PTC mold, the J mold, discolored decals, paint chips, blurry decals. But what's even more of a waste of a time to get hyped up of a NASCAR Authentics wave is having the exact same car re-released again with basically any differences. Remember I said in Wave 7 we had this? It's back. It's back. And all I can say is, man, is just, why? Why put this? I mean, I understand this is a very iconic car, but it just makes this car so redundant now. Like, there's going to be so many of these, dude. I mean, this has been a hot seller from my area in Florida, but I don't get it, dude. I really don't. Like, I get it. It's part of Henry Motorsports history, but it just makes it boring. Like, who wants to have the exact same car released over and over again? Like, I'm looking at the Wood Brothers cars that we used to have, you know, in the Gen 6 days, and some of the Damney Hamlin cars. You know, some people, you know, I understand not everybody collects at the same time, but still, dude, it's just, this is what kills the hype, man. I mean, heck, I mean, I could go on and talk about the packaging, but this type of selection right here is what has killed the hype, and that's why no one's really hyped about these things anymore. And that's why we got a lot of people on Twitter literally just being frustrated over, yeah, a good quality wave so far, no blurry decals, but just, it's lazy. It's really lazy, dude. I don't know, man. Don't waste your money, folks, coming from someone in the Great White North. Yeah, dude, I used to collect every NASCAR Authentics car. I don't anymore now. I mean, I definitely don't collect any more PTC mold diecasts as much as you guys want me to do more rant reviews, but I don't want to give any more of my hard-earned money to those people at Atlanta Racing. If this is going to be the continued stuff that they're going to put out, I mean, we can say a lot of crap about them, but what will hurt them the most is their wallets, all right? So your wallets can absolutely get Lionel talking, but sadly, these cars are pretty much, they're pretty much like, I don't know, like months in advance. Speaking of which, 30 fucking people are watching right now. I don't know how the hell that's happening. Something's going to happen in the YouTube algorithm, but yeah, I'm pretty fired up that we're getting this car again. I mean, it's a Tide Ride car, but back to what I said, the Tide Ride car without Tide logos is jack shit, all right? But what's even worse about this, there's even less decals on this. There's even less! Like, remember how they said they couldn't get the decals, but they were able to actually get all the contingencies, as I know my lighting sucks, but you can clearly see some sponsors right here, even though I know this camera's backwards, but that's what I get for me and an Android guy. But look, there's actually something there to make this car look like, okay, well, it was raced in that era. This looks like something that looks like a base body scheme that you need to use to fill in sponsors at, like, a NASCAR Heat game or something. I don't freaking know. But it's got colored rims and this one doesn't, so hey, that was worth it. No, dude. This car annoys me, man. I love this car, but it's annoying that we're getting this again, man. And having the NASCAR Cup Series logo on that too, that is, I didn't even realize all these diecasts have the Cup Series logo on it, which why? Like, dude, at least we had the accurate contingencies on the freaking 75th anniversary cars. Here, this is definitely a fantasy scheme now. All right, and just they could have kept the 40th anniversary logo if they changed the color. Like, if they could have made it look blue with the Tide logo, I wouldn't mind that. All right, but here it's nothing. It's just nothing. Like, what more can I say about this, dude? This is just so freaking lazy. All right, and back to right here. I mean, okay, well, actually, I don't know. It would be pretty hard to actually incorporate the Tide logo with those colors onto here. But still, dude, like, they could have, like, done something to make it look pretty much authentic, which last time I checked, this is the name of the retail line, NASCAR Authentics. You know, you make NASCAR diecasts, and they're supposed to be authenticated and replicated to what they look like back then, here and now, but we're getting fantasy cars because, heck, that's just, people want to have variety in their next-gen selection, then we can give them this, all right? We can make so many of these sets because everybody loves these. But the 1989 Daytona 500 is a special win, but this one's going to peg warm. I just know it because, again, since this one, you know, let me know if Wave 7 has been peg warm for you guys at the stores, because it has for me a little bit, but it has kind of dried down. But I'm glad they fixed the packaging, because that right there is embarrassing for not having any sticker. This is the wave that started off with the whole new stickers, but oh my lord. 3 cars into this already, and I am Let's just see what happens right here. All right, so next up, we got ourselves. As I know, we got a Celsius break. I know I've been on the Celsius grind because, you know me, I'm not with Rowdy. Celsius, sponsor me, please. Believe it or not, I don't have a body armor today, man, but I got some water because, heck, we're in Florida and humidity is hot and I don't want to sweat. But here it is. We got Ken Schrader's 1991, or I'm sorry, 2024 because it's a next-gen car. But this is his 1991 number 25 Kodiak Chevrolet Camaro for Henry Motorsports. And no, I'm not talking about like the oatmeal or the oatmeal or the bars that you can get at a store. No, I'm talking about Kodiak, the wacky tobacco, you know what I mean? No, I'm not talking about weed. I'm talking about actual tobacco, chewing tobacco. So this is bold that this is a paint scheme that is representing a tobacco sponsorship. I kind of like this, man. Like, they were willing to take the risk to do this. I don't know. That Henrik Motorsports 40th anniversary logo is ruining it for me on the front. But this is this is a good looking car. I will have to admit. I even though it's pretty basic, but the story behind this, all right. If you guys know, I mean, tobacco sponsorship has never been sponsored on any kind of NASCAR merchandise. I mean, yeah, we had the Winston Cup Series logo on the cars, but like we haven't really had actual like it's probably very rare, but they probably actually made Kodiak cars, but that it was probably like later in production or probably custom makers because you know, tobacco sponsorship is pretty outlawed in a lot of motorsports now, even was back then as well. But yeah, they didn't put Ken Schrader's name on it. I thought they did, didn't they? Yeah, I see something right there. But the gold rims are a nice touch. I do like that. But yeah, that 40th anniversary logo does look pretty bad. But I can't believe I'm saying this, man. This might be the one I'm going to pick up just because it does look actually pretty cool. But now you guys probably like, well, Brian, why are you going to pick this up? It has no sponsor. Well, guess what? When this car was released back in the 1990s, which, by the way, this is one of the first prototypes that we had, or one of the first models that was released in the 1990s or 1991 of the Kodiak scheme. And you can see right here, it's pretty much an exact carbon copy. No sponsors at all. Well, we actually got some sort of Champions Racing. Never heard of that brand before, but I'll have to look at my discount tire store to see if we got any Racing Champions tires. I can't believe I said that backwards. Wow, look at me. This is what happens when your boy doesn't see any logos on any NASCAR stock cars. I just start talking backwards. But want to see what you guys see down below. We've had a few Kodiak and Skull cars get made in the 1/64 scale. Yeah, but I think this is like when they first started, so definitely a pretty cool throwback, though. Now that I think about it, yeah, I do remember the 33 Skull car. Man, that really takes me back. Holy moly. I had this car from the 90s. Nice. And feel free to comment below if you guys have had any of these diecasts I've showcased before, because, you know, this is technically of like a throwback wave, kind of, with the Henry Motorsports diecast. But 35 people are watching, 14 likes. You know what? I'm going to say, let's get to 24 or 25 likes. You know, whatever is your guys' favorite Hendrick driver, we're going to get to that like goal. So I want to see what you guys are saying down below. But this one I don't have a problem with, considering it's pretty much just like that. I mean, I've checked all the 1991 diecast from Ken Schrader and the Kodiak scheme, and all of them didn't really have any Kodiak sponsors. So, but again, they could have added the contingencies. Like, having no contingencies on this does kind of ruin it for me a little bit. But man, oh, you know, I think about the Skull car. Yeah, they actually, that reminds me. What was it? Yeah, the Skull Bandit car. Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Brian. Didn't like Stephen Parsons, I think, did a throwback on that with the Circle B diecast car. Man, I know we're all over the place, man, but this right here is actually the one I'm actually looking forward to. Call me crazy all you want. I think the Celsius and, you know, the Pixar light heat that I got from my lamp is probably finally getting onto me, but. That Celsius is going to your brain. Yes, it definitely is, because that's I guess that's how that works, right? But now, I mean, hey, now you guys know my secret. Let's see. Hamlin hit the wall every week, and I'll be okay with it. Oh Lord, we got one of those. He did beat your favorite driver, though. Mine too. Byron's Race, the Rainbow Warriors throwback at Darlington. Love Elliott's, Bowman's, and Larson's. Oh, yeah. I'm loving those Henry Motorsports diecast, man. And all these cars I've showed you right now, guys, we've had, throwbacks of these before. Like Bowman used to drove the Folger scheme from a few years ago in the 88 car. And this has made a throwback before in the Cup Series. I think Xfinity too. But, yeah, let's get on to, let's see what's going down to the marching list right now. And, well, it's going to be Henry Motorsports without talking about the vice president, soon-to-be president of Henry Motorsports, once Mr. H hangs it up. But this is the Rainbow Warrior himself, four-time NASCAR Cup Series or Winston Cup Series champion. Probably could have been more. Jeff Gordon. I mean, whatever kind of nicknames or whatever you guys thought of him in the 90s, this right here is pretty much guaranteed to be released in a NASCAR Authentic Wave. Pretty much guaranteed. But you're probably noticing as well that this car does not have any logos. And we're going to get to that in a second, man, but it's always a blessing to finally have to have the Rainbow Warrior car. It really is. I mean, we've already had the DuPont Flames car that came out from Wave 7 of 2023, throwing back to his 75th win from 2006, if I'm not mistaken, at I think it was Chicagoland, if I'm not mistaken. But this one, as much as I love the Rainbow Warrior car, man, I do like the 40th anniversary logo on there. It kind of almost looks like the DuPont logo a little bit. But the one thing that really does annoy me, though, is that you guys know that, of course, DuPont is not really called DuPont anymore. It's called Axalta. You'll probably see where I'm going with this. So Lionel said that they couldn't get the licensing for Axalta, and I forgot to mention this on the Jeff Gordon one, too. I don't know. I'll probably do like a triple diecast review on this because I have to review more of these Wave 7 cars. But and we got a new sub. All right, appreciate you calling Roblox or calling _Roblox. Really got to focus on that, but appreciate you, man. Still got a lot of people who are still tuning in. I was not expecting this kind of turnaround, so appreciate you guys for that. A lot of cool, more exciting content coming out here soon. But we also had a Camel Sigs car on the 1/64 scale from Revell. Love to see a diecast review of it. Oh yeah, I remember that one. That's gonna be interesting if I can find one, but. What I'm trying to say, as we have those sidetracks right there, Axalta is still, DuPont is basically Axalta. So you're telling me that Lionel couldn't get the licensing for this, even though we've already had, I don't know, a lot of Axalta cars that came out, including, the 24 car being your 2024 Daytona 500 champion. You cannot tell me that they couldn't even have the courage to, they probably do have the license for it, man. They do. Like, you can't tell me. Like, I don't care if it's not the DuPont logo. They could have slapped an Axalta logo right there on the side. Give us something, dude. Like, this looks so generic and so basic without the logo. Like, there's no excuse. Lionel should not be giving us excuses like that, all right? They shouldn't. They shouldn't be like, hey, all right, we can't get these cars. Most of these cars, we can't get the sponsors for, so we'll have to work around it. I get that. But just like I said with the Jeff Bodine scheme and this right here, those are two sponsors that are still around, and yet they still didn't even put them on the car. Like, maybe they can't, but come on, dude. Like, this is so lazy. So lazy, as I literally knocked my camera right there, so here we go. Listen, okay, I like this wave. I do. But the effort they put into this, man, is just the bare minimum. Bare freaking minimum. You take all these iconic cars and you're just going to slap the 40th anniversary logo, get the right font, and you're going to get, the right colors of the rims and, the paint scheme. You're going to put all that effort, but we can't, put a little more effort and creativity to at least get the logos that are still licensable or make them look like what they were. Because part of a paint scheme is not just, the paint scheme, it's the logos too. Like, that's what makes the NAS a NASCAR, Oh, my Lord. God. Now I'm just getting annoyed, man. Like, seeing this Jeff Gordon car is just... And this sucks because this is where your boy, OVB, I was born in 1995 when Jeff Gordon got his first championship. So, heck, that probably explains a lot right there. I didn't grow up as a Jeff Gordon fan, but the Rainbow car definitely, it's definitely one of my favorites and definitely is for a lot of NASCAR fans. But now let's get into the side-by-side comparison because I just don't want to look at this. Look. They can't keep getting away with this, all right? I kind of want to put that meme from Breaking Bad with Jesse Pinkman. They can't keep getting away with this because they can't, dude, because, I get the paint scheme is so iconic, but, oh, God. could have been so much better. By the way, shout out to another diecast viewer, Race Craze 95. Heck, I think he just reached 6,000 subs as well. This is one of his thumbnail videos. Actually, check out one of his videos on this as well, because I think he's another good diecast viewer that actually deserves a lot of attention. Wait, we are getting a Dale Jr. National Guard 2014 diecast made in 2024. Oh, yeah, don't worry. We're going to be into this, man. We're going through chronologically order, all right? So you're telling me Lionel said they couldn't get the rights to the National Guard for the Junior in this wave? Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. We got a lot of stuff rock and roll in chats. Don't worry. We're going to get to that. All right. Like, keep the gossip talking, man. I love it when you guys are interacting, and I'll share my inputs on it. But, God, this Jeff Gordon card just really just pisses me off. Exalta is right there. It's right there. And they just didn't put anything on there. Anything. Literally reminds me of the time the Martin Truex Jr. the Auto Club race win from 2018. Remember that? Yeah, I remember that because I did that's like one of my early rant reviews. Yeah, so far this has been the worst wave. I love wave 1, but this, I totally see the sides. I totally see both sides. I see the good sides and the bad sides. This is one of the bad sides. Anyways, we got to move on for this, man. Disappointing. Disappointing to say it the least. But speaking of something that's probably going to be more disappointing, as I know I just said that, but here is the 1996 Hendrick Motorsports champion, Terry Labonte. You guys already probably know what I'm about to say. This is the card that's, this is the iconic Kellogg scheme that every child that grew up in the 90s and early 2000s probably remember. Heck, I mean, this is pretty much the fine definition of what a cool-looking cereal box card looks like. But this is the Kyle Larson throwback, basically. But but that's what I'm trying to say, man. While this paint scheme is really cool, and I am so glad that we have this, man, it still has no logos, man. It still has no logos, so unless you really don't like a lot of people are like, well, the number's in the middle. It's not, it's slid back, but last time I checked, the Kyle Larson throwback actually not only has the logos, but it's also in the same placement, so what is literally the point of this car if we're going to have a throwback? I mean, give or take, I know that this pack was created way before in advance, before we got the official reveal of the throwbacks for Hendrick Motorsports, which, by the way, 10 out of 10. I love all the throwbacks that we have from Hendrick Motorsports. I think they probably are the best team in NASCAR, but man, they really nailed it 2024 when it comes to throwbacks. Probably going to see a multi-pack set of that pretty soon, since Lionel loves those multi-pack sets. 1996 Racing Champions version of this car still is in its box. Nice. I've seen that car a lot, actually. But yeah, this right here, no blur decals. I'm so glad, but just get the Kyle Larson throwback, man. Like, this is going to be a peg warmer, all right? And to show you guys, I mean, yeah, I know this is a really weird comparison. I was trying to find a Racing Champions version of the 124 scale, but all of it was in the box, so I know, blacked out windows, that does suck, but again, man, they could have, like, literally, like, they could have done, like, instead of leaving it blank, sure, they could have incorporated what it looks like with the paint scheme, but, like, look at Kyle Larson's throwback. They used the HendrickCars.com logos on that. They could have easily used that and incorporated into this car. Easily. Like, it's right there. It's right there. Like, third car in a row that they could have easily put the effort into it, and they didn't. The Jet Bodine car, the Jeff Gordon car, and now the Terry Labonte car. Like, again, like, it's right fucking there. Like, I cannot believe I am... Oh my god, as 40 people are now watching this shit, so I hope you guys are enjoying this, as I'm literally ranting over a toy car. So if you guys are enjoying this stuff, well, hit that fucking like button, man. We're already at 20, and sub if you guys haven't already, because every time a NASCAR Authentic Wave comes out, I'll be here, whether it is 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or almost midnight, who knows. I will be making a live reaction video, because this is the only way we can get the hype, or, I don't know, I mean, is anyone really hyped for this wave? Like, is there? Like, oh my god, man. The Kyle Larson throwback, just so much better. That's all I'm going to say. Another iconic scheme, just another lazy attempt. Speaking of that, for another time in a row, just like the Jimmie Johnson Wave 7 car. Yeah, the Jimmie Johnson 75th win car from Wave 7, that had no contingencies or logos on it. This one right here is just another example. Probably one of the best drivers in NASCAR. I mean, probably want to call him the GOAT. This is Jimmie Johnson's 2006 Lowe's car, which the one that started it all. I mean, the one where he pretty much annoyed a lot of fans and went on a 5 championship winning streak, which is pretty damn incredible. Like, I know it was annoying. I was so annoyed with it after 2008. I even stopped watching NASCAR. In 2009, I'm glad I caught back up to that because I really do. I was annoyed because I grew up as a Dale Jr. and Carl Edwards fan. Seeing Jimmie Johnson winning all those races, man, I tell you what, while I was annoyed now, I absolutely respect the dude. I've met him so many times, very respectful, and it is pretty cool that we still have this. And Jimmie Johnson's still actually associated with the sport. I mean, of course, being, an ambassador and part owner, I guess, for Legacy Motor Club. But, of course, Lowe's doesn't want anything to do with NASCAR. The last time I checked, wasn't there a Lowe's-sponsored car, I think, or an associate sponsor on one of the GT on the JD Motorsports cars, like the number 4 car, I think, from last year's Daytona race and this year's. So, I don't know. That is pretty weird, but this one, I understand. I mean, this paint scheme is so iconic, dude. And I apologize if the photos don't look too good. Some people are going to be like, oh, God, this is a bad quality car. The blue's messed up. It looks like purple. What the hell's going on? Time to scramble our brains. Like, no. I'm not sure what the hell that was. It looked like a mine trapped in a box, but... yeah, Dawson Cram. Yeah, that's who I was. Yeah, see, I got a brain today. It's pretty bad that me, who's not even into business, can't find a better business solution for Lionel and this wave instead of using NASCAR Classics exclusive diecast. Yes, exactly. Dude, what happened to NASCAR Classics? Like, we used to get them in the Gold Series, and we even got them a few in the NASCAR Authentics waves from a few years ago. Why can't they bring them back? I mean, it probably has something to do with cost production, but dude, if that's the case, then why do we have Xfinity and why do we have trucks? I mean, those are different molds, so... I don't know, man. This is just, I think, a lazy attempt of a NASCAR Classics line, now that I think about it. I mean, I don't know, like, okay, what is a worse wave? Wave 7 for the 75th anniversary set or the 40th anniversary set? I don't know. I mean, personally, in my opinion, I don't really like either one. Because, dude, like, the whole point of getting a diecast is to actually get what the car looks like from that year, all right? I understand, licensing and, deals expire, but just don't make it then. Don't make it unless you're going to put effort into this. And to further prove my point as we're reading close to the end of this stream, here is, again, the Jimmie Johnson car. I mean, as iconic the paint scheme is, again, they could have put, like, Henrik Motorsports or Jimmie Johnson's logo on here or something because, look at this, man. This is a car that I grew up with. This right here, this is what Jimmie Johnson's, OG dominant car was. I mean, there's a reason why he won 3 straight championships in this paint scheme. Absolute dominating. Plus, if you want a modern version of this car, maybe pick up Bowman's, the Bowman's throwback from a few years ago. Remember he did a throwback on this when that was still a thing. But both are bad, but I see why Lionel made them as a cheaper option than multi-packs. Yeah, again, like, it seems like I am hating this, but if you guys really want these, they're affordable. I rather would pay $5 for this than the $11 that you're going to be getting. Like, I personally think if you're going to spend $110 for a diecast that barely has any licensing rights to it, you're practically getting ripped off. Like, I'm going to be real for you guys. I stand with you guys. I'm not a corporate sellout. You're getting ripped off. You are. Like, say, I'm sure people are going to be like, well, I mean, the paint schemes are so iconic, they don't need the sponsors. Yeah, that's cool, but, dude, effort. We need effort. Like, I don't know how much more I can say this. They put, like, the effort was like 25% there. We need the other 75%, people. We need that. Like, I don't know. But, I don't know. This wave is probably going to get a lot of people talking because, it's not a bad wave. It's not a great wave. It's another meh wave, Like, meh. But I know we're getting close because this is 2006, so probably wondering what is probably next. And it's the season I stopped watching NASCAR, but... By the way, I actually reviewed this car, so if you guys want to check that out, appreciate you guys for any new subscribers. 21 likes. Come on, guys. Let's get to 25. We got to do it for Tim Richmond or Brian Vickers or Casey Mears or, I don't know. Let's say Tim Richmond because, heck, he's a badass motherfucker. So, rest in peace, by the way, is him. But here is the Mark Martin 2009 Kellogg's CarQuest Chevrolet Camaro. I know that's weird to say that, but... This one, I think this one probably is going to catch a lot of people's eyes because the colors are pretty darn bright. I mean, I know on the camera that Eric Eastep provided in this photo might not look too bright, but I mean, dude, the Wave 7 cars were pretty bright, and that's the only reason why I picked up some of the Wave 7 cars. I just bought the ones that looked pretty appealing to the eye. What was it? The Darrell Waltrip, the Jeff Gordon, and the Miller High Life car as well, from one of the Allison brothers. But got the people talking most about the Hendrick haters, saying that this is the favoritism, but it is what it is. Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, it sells. I mean, it's just like Chase Elliott diecast and Dale Jr. diecast. Hendrick Motorsports, it's a popular team, whether we love it or hate it. It's going to sell, so this is a very smart and safe move from Lionel Racing. Predictable, to say the least. I think that's why a lot of people don't really like this, but without the sponsors to me, it doesn't look iconic. I get that. I get that. Rock with Jesus Ministries. Wow, by the way, what a rocking name, though. Man, Star Wars and stock cars. I thought this was a Kyle Busch car when I first saw it. Yeah, a lot of people are saying, dude, there's no Kyle Busch car in this. You can pretend it's a Kyle Busch car. But again, the paint scheme is cool, but back to what I said, man, it's literally looked like a car that you get on a custom shop from NASCAR Heats. And to further prove my point, man, I am well aware. Actually, now that I think about it, there are two different yellows on this. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, but you have the Dayglow yellow. Oh, I don't know about this, guys. I don't know. That doesn't look like Dayglow yellow. I don't know. Like, I really hope that's a lighting issue. I really hope, because if this doesn't have the Dayglow yellow, then yeah, that is going to be a problem, because that's what made that car so hot and cool. Speaking of which, Mark Martin, so close yet again for the Cup Series Championship. Won 5 races in this car, and pretty much, I don't know, gave him one last shot of winning a championship. But of course, Jimmie Johnson got it done in 2009, like we've said before. But yeah, I don't know. I really hope this car is Dayglow yellow now. That kind of concerns me. And for some odd reason, this car has yellow roof rails, even though the actual car doesn't. So I thought that was pretty interesting right there. But this one probably, I think, is going to be a hot seller, just because everyone loves the Kellogg's cars. But man, I would love to see a throwback in this car. I think we're getting close to doing a throwback of this car pretty soon. But we got it in the next gen form, so it is what it is, though. But I don't know, I forgot, this wave actually has 10 cars, man. But next up, this is one I think that is going to get a lot of people talking. Because, well, all I'm going to say is that this is Dale Jr.'s iconic 2014 National Guard car that he won 4 races in, but more importantly, won his second Daytona 500 in. As you know, I like to call this the trash bag car, because it has a little piece of like trash bag or debris that's on the front. No, this car doesn't have it, but I think this car has been released in Wave 88, which, by the way, yes, they have made a Wave 88 before, in honor of Dale Jr. back in 2017. So those are some fun. Back when Lionel Racing was creative, man. Like, I miss that creative side that we had from Lionel. But yeah, this one is another one that's okay. As you can see, there are no logos, but we do have that metallic blue. I mean, it kind of looks like that blue is metallic, so I do like that. Don't know if the red is metallic too. It might look like it, to say the least. So that is pretty cool, to say the least. But again, man, I mean, the Hendrick Motorsports 40th anniversary logo looks pretty good on there. But a lot of people are like, all right, well, it's a Dale Jr. car. You can't complain. They can't get the National Guard sponsorship. Yeah, they can't get the National Guard sponsorship, but you know what's even funny about this car, man? Well, we are going to be doing showcase side comparison, man, but if you guys aren't aware, I mean, for anybody who does not know, Chase Elliott is doing a throwback on this car. And Lionel Racing is actually offering a 2-pack set. And I think I forgot to include the photo on here, but they are actually making a National Guard 88 car with the sponsors on it. Like, I actually, maybe I probably do have the photos right here. No, I don't actually. Okay. Yeah, they are making a 2-pack set of the Chase Elliott and Dale Jr. car. And that car has the Kelley Blue Book logo on it, which that is a sponsor that is still with Hendrick Motorsports. So there is no excuse. The Valvoline logo is there too, so there should be a Valvoline logo on the C-pillar. There should be a Kelley Blue Book logo on the freaking quarter panel. So those are already 2 sponsors that are still associated with Rick Hendrick. Sure, different drivers, but still associated with Rick Hendrick. I'm sure they wouldn't mind that, since, you know, this car is pretty legendary. But this is going to be a bad car to get, because if you want a more accurate version, man, the National Guard car is going to be released in that 2-pack set. Like, the actual renders of this car, it's not going to look like this. It's going to have the National Guard logos. It's going to not have Mountain Dew on it, but it's going to have all the other contingencies that, you know, that are still associated with, like, I'm surprised that they were able to put the National Guard logos on the 2-pack set. So, so you're telling me you can't get the right sponsors on this $110 or $5 each set, but on the 2-pack set, we can have the National Guard logos? Okay. Why does this not make any sense? Lionel, you gotta make sense. Make sense, for Christ's sakes, dude. Like, Lionel is like NASCAR with their officiating. Like, it's so inconsistent, all right? If you're gonna say that you can't get the licensing rights, then okay, that's fine. But don't do that and then make a Dale Jr. National Guard 2-pack set with the National Guard sponsors and... Just, I can't. Oh my God, I can't. God, this wave is irritating, dude. So fucking irritating. Oh my God. Dude. Brian, there's a reason why this cheap shit is $5 a pop. That's what I'm saying. Raise the fucking price. $5 is not worth it anymore. We gotta keep up with the times. We're already used to $11 diecast. As much as I hate it, make this $8, all right? Give us quality back. Give us, you know, $6, $7, you know, $8. That's why I love Winter Circles. You're getting good quality diecast, and you're getting cool shit to go along with it. $5 is not worth it anymore, man, and this is the type of product that we're getting, so Lionel needs to raise the prices. They need to. I can't believe I'm saying that, but this is why NASCAR Authentics is dying, man. There's no love, there's no creativity. Everything is so inconsistent, dude. Like, oh, God. Oh, my God. I thought all those other ones I showed were bad, but this is probably the worst one. Like, there is literally no point in getting this car. No point at all. Unless you can't afford the 2-pack set. But knowing them, I'm sure you could also probably, I don't know. Actually, no, that'd be funny if they sold that car separately. I'd be like, that would be like the biggest FU to this NASCAR Authentics car and the Gold Series car as well. Yeah, I agree, NASCAR dude. Bump Authentics up to $7 and Winter Circles to $9. I don't mind that at all, man. Like, we $11 is a lot of money, but dude, NASCAR Authentics needs to keep up with the times, man. They need to. They need to adapt, and they're adapting in the wrong ways. And this one right here is just one of them. But to round things off, man, we got to talk about a program car. Yeah, who doesn't love programs cars? Because heck, I remember this car. You know, I remember that this driver and this car won at certain. Actually, I don't remember anything at all because this is a fucking program car. So. Yeah, this is the 40th anniversary car for Henry Motorsports, and you're probably like, whoa, is this a lip color chase piece? No, it just has that nice ruby red finish, which, yeah, looks cool. I mean, if you guys really want a number 40 diecast in your collection, hey, fine by me, man. This will be one to get. Probably be a cool car to make a custom of, but it almost looks like a liquid color chase piece, to be honest with you guys, but it's not. But watch. Just watch. I know those scalpers, and I know how they read. They are going to look at this car, and since, you know, the chase pieces don't really come with stickers anymore, they're going to know that, and they're going to be like, oh, this car is a special finish. It's a liquid color. I'm going to sell it for $40 or $50 on eBay. I'm calling it. I'm telling it right now. Those scalpers are going to find a way to make this look like a liquid color because they're simple-minded, man. They are simple-minded. They will find a way, you know, to make this car look good. All right, it's a good-looking car, but the scalpers, I got a feeling they are going to mistake this for a liquid color because if you guys see that this is the 10th car that we got in this wave, we had no liquid color chase pieces. So people are going to think this is going to be the one, but just... I don't know. I'm calling it right now, man. The scalpers are going to do something about this car. I just know it because, yeah, the ruby red paint scheme, it is pretty cool. By the way, you know, shout out to Lana Racing and the E2 Apparel Haulers. If you guys were at Daytona, they actually had the 124 scale version of these, and they were like $120. I said, I would rather, I don't know, spend, I would probably have a nice, I don't know, go on a nice vacation probably if I had $120 to spend on each one of these things. Yeah. But if you guys were brave enough to actually get these cars at Daytona, I mean, I know some people did. I don't know how they did it. Credit cards must be nice. It is going to look nice, but, you know, this car is going to be a little irrelevant because you know for damn sure that we are going to see every one of these cars down below in a future NASCAR Authentics wave. You know it, man. So, I don't know. This is probably the first wave right now that I have so many mixed feelings about. So, I mean, overall, man, I don't know. I really don't know about this wave, man. I think we're starting to reach a boiling point now where it's like, okay, we don't want to see cars that have no sponsors on it, all right? Nobody likes seeing it. We've seen it happen before with a few other cars in the past. Why? Like, why is this a thing, all right? Like, I understand we had a lot of cool anniversaries that came up, the 75th anniversary for NASCAR, replicated all 75 wins. Here, we got Henry Motorsports, they're replicating all that. Like, I love that Lionel is, you know, giving us special waves. But I think this would have been better if they kind of spread this out. Like, it would have been annoying, but having a whole wave dedicated to this, man, I'm telling you what, it is going to peg warm. It is, to say the least. It definitely will. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts below on this because, as I don't know, we just realized we covered up Jeff Bodine. Let's cover up that junior car because I said that one's irrelevant. All these other ones look decent, but that other junior car is so irrelevant. And all I can say is, man, that we are probably going to get, well, this is probably, all I can say is that knowing Lionel, that with how their track record is, that what we're seeing right here, we're probably going to see that this is probably, I'm calling it right now, since Lionel likes to plan these waves out, you know, months in advance, they are probably going to have this wave, remember this Petty set that's coming out? Remember this? Well, I got a feeling that this probably, everyone, I have your attention. This is Wave 3 of NASCAR Authentics 2024. Don't even bother watching Lionel's Racing's video. This is Wave 3. Calling it now. Who knows? Might be on the PTC mold, or J mold, or Wave 4, or Wave 5. Somewhere down the line in 2024, I guarantee you, we are going to see this because this ain't going to be, you know, a one, well, now two and done deal. They are going to do this. So if this happens, man, then Lionel Racing is pretty predictable when it comes to selecting NASCAR Authentics, man. And people are probably going to be like, maybe they're not going to do it, but knowing them, they plan these things months in advance, so you know that we're going to see this, man. I mean, feel free to comment below if you guys probably know if this is going to be Wave 3 or Wave 4. Who the hell knows? Probably Wave 43 for Richard Petty. But, wow, what a wave. What a wave indeed to end off this Wednesday night. Yeah, this... All I can say is, man, yeah, thank you for watching. I'm out of here, but not for real, man. Wave 2 of NASCAR Authentics 2024 will be coming out to the local retailers very soon. Walmart, Target, Meijer, anywhere that sells NASCAR diecast, Toys R Us, and Macy's, or even eBay, but just watch out for scalpers, because at the end of the day, we don't like scalper, no scalping. But, yeah, appreciate everyone, you guys who are watching this, as I'm going to try to see if I can go on Instagram for a few minutes, because I know I haven't done one of these in a while. But stay tuned for some more diecast reviews, and a very special video regarding NASCAR RC cars. I have a nice little thing coming up about that pretty soon, probably sometime around the weekend. But anyways, this has been your boy OBB, the Diecast News Guy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and until we meet again, I will catch you guys on Instagram, and we'll be back for another NASCAR Authentics diecast video.